Hello everyone. This is going to be a quick demo based on my blog. In this blog, I have written about how you can connect your local machine or local laptop with the Salesforce Apex code through the CLI commands and Node.JavaScript. I will like explain the tech details, the tech design, and how you can do this task clearly in this blog. Please go over this and let me know if it's not clear or if you have some doubts on this. However, for this demo, I'm going to show how you can use this GitHub repository. How you can use this code actually. First, I clone this GitHub in my local machine, and as you can see, I have already cloned, and I already imported in the Visual Studio Code. The second, you should prepare your source.csv file. Here in my CSV file, I have like four account IDs listed in my file. And then the third step, you need to have your Apex code for executing. So this is a very small sample Apex code. Here, as you can see, I have one account ID, and then I'm making a query on contact based on this account ID, and I'm going to call a method in my trigger handler, which is going to update some data in Workday. However, for this demo, I have also added some exceptions just to show how the script will behave if there is an error in the code. So if the ID is going to be this one, then I'm going to throw some custom exception. However, for this demo, and also I'm not going to make any real-time callouts. This is going to be just a placeholder method, which is not going to do anything, just going to print some debug logs. Okay, now let us get into the demo. Just to reiterate, three steps: clone or download the GitHub repository, create your source.csv file, create your anonymous Apex code, and make sure that instead of in your Apex code, right? Instead of directly hard coding any record IDs, I'm just using something like this template, and this value will be replaced with the record ID in my CSV file. The next step, you have to install all the npm modules. So I go to my package.json and I can see these are all the dependency modules. So I type npm install. Okay, so this is going to install all the dependent modules in my local node.js project. So I'll just wait a minute for system to install. Okay, it started installing. Okay, and while it's getting installed, right, I'll just give a quick walkthrough on the code. So we have a function called runapex. This function contains the Salesforce CLI command, and the CLI command is going to read the file named anonymous code output. Here, sorry, as you can see here, right, we have anonymous.cls. So what the code will do, it will read the IDs from this file, replace this ID with the ID from the file, and then the code will create a new file named anonymous code output, as you can see in these three lines. And then the system is going to call the runapex method. It is also going to pass the username. The username will we will give the input while executing the script, and after this script is finished, we do have some exception handling, where if there is an error or if it is a success, everything will be logged in a separate array, and then finally we are creating output.csv. This file will contain the success and failure records. So now I'll just go and execute the script. I'll type node space execute, and I have to give my Salesforce username. Please make sure you already authorize this username using the Salesforce CLI commands or through Visual Studio Code extension, because this is very important. Only if the user is authorized, then the script will allow us, to connect to Salesforce and execute the command. So now I type node execute and I give my Salesforce username. I just press enter. As you can see now, it started processing one by one record. So it started the first record now. Uh, Yeah, so it's completed. It will start the second record. And meanwhile, if you quickly go to Salesforce, you can see here in the debug log, that you can see all these transactions are getting logged. So now it goes to third. Okay, and as you can see now, it processed four records totally. And in the last record, we introduced one custom exception, so it logged that also. And also, if you notice, there is a output.csv file generated. Here you can see the first three records are successful, and the fourth record contains some exception. It says, here there is an error. This is a custom exception that we introduced in our class, in our anonymous Apex code. So yeah, I think this is pretty much with the demo. And now as you can see, this is a file in my local machine, but I am able to execute some Apex code by reading the file in my local laptop or local machine. And the Apex code is executing in the Salesforce cloud. So such is the power of the Salesforce CLI commands and Node.js. Uh, Hopefully this video was very helpful to you. Please do share your feedback as well, and let me know if you are unable to execute this script or if it doesn't work for you. I'll be happy to help. Thank you. Thanks for watching and thanks for reading the blog. Thanks a lot.